Down for it.
Yeah, baby. I thought I'd do a little one on riding in the wet. I have absolutely no idea where I'm going. Bloody hell, have you pulled in or are you just letting this guy past? And that was dramatic. Riding in the wet is something I know a lot of people aren't so confident with. I've always had to do it. I'll probably always have to do it, just due to where I live. So yeah, I'm used to riding in the wet. The biggest thing with riding in wet conditions, in my opinion, is basically just staying comfortable. Because the more comfortable you are, and the more relaxed you are, the less rigid you're going to be when you're riding. And you've obviously just not got to push the machine to its limits. But yeah, if you ride comfortably, you're definitely going to stand a better chance of being safe in the rain. Oh, a little bit of wet road, that's what we're talking about, isn't it? So yeah, like, I was leaning then and it got a bit wet on the road, but I wasn't too worried. That's the thing, if your lean angle in a corner is too great in the wet, you can come off. But to be honest, with a nice set of tyres, and if you're not accelerating crazily or you're not doing anything crazy, you can get away with quite a lot of lean in the corners on the wet. It's not something, again, you should worry about too much. Obviously, stopping distance, it does take longer to stop when you're in the wet. You can't really brake as hard. But that said, even in the wet, so long as you brake progressively, you won't also tend to have too much of a big issue in the wet as well, because that's as well the key, progressive braking. Where the f are we? So, what were we saying? Yeah, braking in the wet is all about being progressive. You don't just want to jump on your brakes and squeeze as hard as you can. They're going to lock up, obviously. Shit gon' hit the fan. You can't just do that. But equally, I have no idea what these roads are like, so I'm being cautious. But yeah, equally, you can brake relatively hard if you're progressive about it. You've just got to make sure you brake well. We like that. Yeah, you've just got to be quite progressive with your braking. Just make sure you squeeze and then pull, like that. Don't just pull and just hope for the best. Not going to work. You're going to f***ing case it. See if we can do a little 0 to 60. See if I can get it in this. So, I reckon I can time it using this thing in a minute, looking back through the video. But yeah, I'm going to do a little 0 to 60, see what she's like. Probably about 5, isn't it? Oh, I'm going down there. So yeah, riding in the wet, it's slightly different. It is a different kettle of fish in a way. Things are harder with riding in the wet. Like this, what I'm riding right now is disgusting. It's like off-roading, but even worse. Okay, my tips with riding in the rain.
Number 1, make sure you know how to ride your bike in the rain. Number 2, make sure you're comfortable riding your bike in the rain. Number 3, make sure you know how to ride a bike in the rain. Number 4, make sure your tires can handle riding a bike in the rain. Number 5, make sure your brakes can handle riding a bike in the rain. Number 6, make sure your bike is ready to be ridden in the rain. Number 7, make sure you're comfortable and confident riding in the rain. Number 8, ooh, that looks fun.
No, I shouldn't. Ooh, do I do it?
No, fuck it. Fuck it, I'm gonna have some fun of it. Let's go find a puddle. Just for the sake of this. This is going to be absolutely awful for me.
Oh my god!
Fuck me.
I just got absolutely gutted. Let's make sure my camera's okay. Wow, that was wet. Okay, that was soaking. That is exactly how not to ride in the rain. That is not a clever idea, but it was fun. Oh my god. I'm wet. Okay, flood signs.
Don't just fly through them.
Shall I do that a bit slower this time? Let's not absolutely drench myself.
Scared! Not again!
There's like a fair amount of water spray. So, yes, riding in the rain.
Don't absolutely twat it through a puddle. It'll get you very, 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 very wet. I'm dripping. And I'm cold because the water went all in my visor and I didn't put my visor down because I'm an idiot.
Shit got real. Shit just got so real. Lola is dripping. Literally dripping. Bless her little cotton socks. She done well staying up through that. I felt her start to aquaplane as well. Aquaplaning! Yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. Be careful with aquaplaning. If you're ever just riding along and your speedo's just reading so much different to what you're saying and you can't turn, you can't stop, you can't do anything, you're just going forwards and you hear no noise anymore, your engine stops making noise, it's just like whoa, you're aquaplaning. Aquaplaning is where there's a small amount of water between your tyres and the road and it's enough to make you just slide without even realising. You just kind of glide along this water. There only has to be a very thin amount for you to aquaplane. And aquaplaning is very dangerous. Dry off. Woohoo, dry! Dry! Wow, that was close! Nearly caught a pigeon. That'd have been crazy. I'm having fun. Yeah, aquaplaning's dangerous. You don't want to aquaplane, and if you find out and think you're aquaplaning, you have to be able to handle your aquaplane. So don't just go crazy. You've just got to kind of get back on your gas, try and accelerate out of it. That's the easiest way that I find. I've aquaplaned a couple times. You just need, thank you, you just need to kind of bring up the gas again. Just make sure you keep on pushing through. Try and regain grip. Braking's not the cleverest idea when you're aquaplaning. You don't want to do anything sudden. You just want to kind of carefully get back on the gas gently. Don't do it hard. Try and ride out of it, basically. And regain grip. And as soon as it grips back up, then you start to brake. And try and stop yourself and regain a bit of sense of what the is going on. I'm so tempted to go off-roading there. It looks so fun, doesn't it? Probably shouldn't. So yeah, aquaplaning, that's a mother. Shall we give you a little rev onto the bridge again? Rev, brum brum. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's get the acoustics up. Woo! Yeah, skidding. So that was a lot more damp than I was expecting. I was on my back brake way too hard then. I don't know if you saw or heard, my back wheel just slid then as I was braking into that tunnel. Yeah, I didn't need to put my feet down because I didn't need to put my feet down. I was okay, I was comfortable. But yeah, another thing like that. Sometimes it's good in a straight line like this, making your back tyre lock like that. Locking it up and then rolling out of it, knowing how to get out of a slide basically. That's another very important thing. If you know how to do it and you've done it before, you'll be very comfortable when it happens. Like, I don't panic with things like that because I've done it many a time and I'm pretty comfortable if it happens. Like going into that tunnel, I definitely did not mean to lock up then, and it probably went out a little bit. But yeah, you have to be comfortable it happening. You have to know how to handle it happening. Like when it happened just then in the tunnel, all I done was get off my brake a little bit, well, completely, just let go of the brake, let it start to roll again, and then reapply the brake. And that all happens very quick. You just like, whoop, and it's done. You just let go of the brake. I let go of the back then, applied the front a little harder because I could, and then reapplied the back gently to make sure I wasn't going to slide again. And yeah, it's knowing how to handle situations like that as well. I think that always proves very crucial, because knowing how to handle yourself in a dangerous situation is very important, in my honest opinion. I'm giving it some beans. It's a bit wet, so I've got to be careful. Like I said, don't go crazy in the rain. That's what I thought. Yeah, I mean, oh man, I'm still cold from that puddle. Ugh. There's so many things you need to know about riding in the rain, and I think most of it comes from just experience. Just kind of learning, reading up on it, finding out tips from other people, and just kind of working with it basically. So yeah, I think the biggest thing is just being comfortable when you go out in the rain, learning to ride yourself, riding confidently and comfortably. Don't just avoid the rain because you're scared of it. You're never going to get better. And it's so easy for anyone to get caught out in the rain. Like, you may be riding and you don't even know, bang, raining. What are you going to do? You've got to know how to handle the rain. It's very freaking important, I think. I mean, everyone at some point, probably sooner and more often than not, is gonna eventually get caught out in the rain. It's inevitable, it's gonna happen. All I can say is be careful in the rain, because it could happen any day, and I don't want you to die that way. Peace, FRORIDER.
Going down.